Now I am going to announce the biggest change on our earth, known as Pralay, which is about to take place soon. But before that, here I am explaining what Pralay is, how, when and why it occurs. This is the greatest gift that Mother Earth can give to her children. There can be no better gift in this life. Before I start, I want to make it clear that the information I am going to share about the change of the era, the earth moving to Devlok and the new earth coming here, is not found in Google, ChatGPT or any other sites of the internet. No greatest scientist, greatest saint, Mahatma or highly learned scholar of scriptures knows these things. No one on this earth knows these secrets, nor did anyone in the past. Therefore, you will not find this information in any science books or in any scriptures of any religion. You cannot gain this wisdom of God by studying any religious book for years or by doing severe penance or by practicing any wisest guru's advice throughout your whole life, such as yoga, asanas, mantras, chanting, meditation, kirtan, satsang, ardas, namaz, pranayam, etc. Because this wisdom does not exist in this world. The fact is, the moment this true eternal knowledge is established on earth, Pralay takes place and then the earth no longer stays in this orbit. Now you may be wondering, if there are so many highly learned religious gurus in all religions around the world who are known to be wise with high number of followers, and if none of those preachers knows these secrets, nor it has been mentioned in any religious scriptures, science books, nor exist in the minds of any saint, any Mahatma, scientists, and any learned scholar, then from where and how did this information came to my mind? How am I claiming to know such inaccessible secrets? The answer to this question is rather quite simple and easy to understand. There is nothing of mine in this. I am nothing but a simple person like you. However, I am in contact with the most astounding soul of this universe. That omniscient soul is the most powerful, philanthropic, and virtuous soul in this universe who has the eternal knowledge. That soul knows all the secrets of this universe and has the answers to all questions and doubts. That soul knows what is going to happen in which solar system, as well as how and when that will happen, etc. That soul is the only in this universe, in the solar system, who is constantly engaged in the well-being of others. And in return, all that soul wants is for the people of the earth to do the right thing at the right time so that they can have a good future. I have been in close connection with that soul, and she has revealed and enlightened me with all this knowledge, so that when time comes for the betterment of the world, I would be in a position to explain to people exactly what is going to happen next and what should one do during that time. That is why for the last 37 years I have dedicated myself to continuously try to explain in depth what is good and what is bad, and have been encouraging people to follow upon the path of good. So, this is not my message but rather it's the message from that soul and from this Mother Earth. Apart from this, some of the best questions that I will answer here are: why are these strange incidents happening on this earth these days? Second, what is your future? Third, what is the future of this earth? Fourth, how does your karma ties along with your position with the earth? Fifth, where was your existence before and where was this earth at that time? Sixth, where were you 200 years ago and where will you be after 200 years along with this earth of ours? Seventh, after Pralay, which earth will come here? And then, where will you be at that time? Eighth, after 2,500 years, which earth will be here? And who will be the people on that earth? Ninth, what should you do at this time so that your future can be good? Now, let me go in depth and explain what exactly is Pralay. The answer to this is very simple, yet requires an open-minded belief, curiosity, and a thirst for knowledge. The time period of one earth moving towards the sun and coming of a new earth at its place is called Pralay. When the time of an earth in the third orbit ends, that's when Pralay, in other words, apocalypse, takes place on that earth. In the past, many Pralayas have taken place on this orbit, and many more will take place in the future. Before this earth, many earths have visited this orbit, and after ending its time, each earth moved to Devlok. And as this pattern of solar system continue in the future, many earths will come to this place and will continue to move to Devlok after completing their time. Unfortunately, as long as one earth lives in this house of religions, the minds of people are badly captivated by ignorant scriptures of intoxicating religions. Due to the ignorance in minds, all kind of soul-stirring tragedies keeps on occurring repeatedly all over earth. Tragedies such as wars, great wars, quarrels, conflicts between brothers born from the same womb, and even between husband and wife, so on and so forth. The innumerable calamities that you are seeing in this world are not happening for the first time. Many deceiving religious books, many deceiving religions, many expert in misleading leaders who declare themselves to be the knower of God, many who even declare themselves to be God and are expert in attracting the crowds. All these leaders have always been keeping the public away from this truth of Mother Earth by using religion and spirituality as a tool. These types of incidents have been happening on all the earths that came here before our earth, and Pralay takes place to remove the ignorance created by the religions. On the future earths also, there will be wars like Russia and Ukraine, genocides like the time of India-Pakistan's partition, soul-crushing tragedies like New York World Trade Center, horrific terror by Mughals, Aurangzeb-like violent kings who will eat food only after murdering Hindus and collecting their 50 kilos of sacred thread daily. As well as there will be people like Adolf Hitler, and so on. They will commence soul-stirring genocide in the history of the last 2000 years. Whatever incidents have happened on our earth, the similar horrifying incidents will be repeated on the coming new earths, just as they have happened in the previous earths as well. The history of horrific incident that took place on all earths have repeated itself on the earth in which we live, and will continue to repeat itself on the future earths as well. This knowledge of Pralay is the best news for the whole world. The moon exiting from the womb of the earth is the proof of this Pralay. This new moon is also proof of the coming of the incarnation of God from heaven. This universe tells the people of the world that God really exists, comes to the earth, removes the suffering of good people, and removes the burden of the earth. This event of Pralay is also known by many other names, such as the end of the era, end of the world, Qayamat, Mahapralay, Apocalypse, era change, etc. These words are found in most of the religious scriptures as well. Although the people that lived in that period when most of the religious scriptures were written did not have a detailed knowledge of the solar system, nor did they know anything about DNA nor about God, but they had unwavering faith in God, in heaven, and in hell. They believed that the soul is true, rebirth is true, salvation is true, Pralay is true also, that before the Pralay, God comes to earth from Devlok or heaven, removes sorrow of good people, and so on. Therefore, to prove the truth as it is, God's soul comes from heaven or Devlok and offers scientific evidences to prove the phenomenon, to prove the reality to be true. As soon as this news spreads all over the world, that's when all good people, also known as the believers, comes to know that God has come, or learn that God had been on their earth all along. They learn everything about God, Devlok, hell, soul, rebirth, salvation, moksha, as well as Pralay, and how God makes everything new and a new era begins. Along with all the explanation, God also tells that now the time of their earth at this place of religions had also ended. This good news with clear explanation is also called the establishment of Satya Sanatan Dharma. Essentially, after the establishment of this Satya Sanatan Dharma in the minds of people, the Pralay takes place. Before completely understanding how Pralay happens, you have to know just how much the people of our earth know about the solar system, DNA, and connection of it all. I will not go into detail about how much do they know, because it will become an unnecessary long story. But in short, you can look at some of the pictures like this, and after understanding them, it will be easier to understand the place of heaven and Pralay. You will get some ideas from these pictures. In fact, scientists have no clue at all about what kind of life is on the second orbit and what kind of life is on the fourth orbit. They have no clue at all that our moon was the core of the previous earth, and the core of our earth will become the moon for the coming earth. For the people of our planet to discover such real facts on their own was not just a milestone, 10 milestone, but was a 2580 million milestone. For our people to discover this knowledge of Pralay was next to an impossible task. That's why the soul of heaven that's living in the body of a human being who has revealed this secret is unimaginable. I have been very fortunate to have had a close connection with her. People of every earth discover many things about the solar system within their era of 2000 years. But more importantly, what the scientists and scholars of religious scriptures do not know is that the core of the earth is a very hot moon which has been moving in the opposite direction of the earth. Because of not knowing this basic fact, they are not aware of how the innumerable secrets of the whole world are connected with it. For example, number 1, they do not know that due to the rotation of the core and the earth in opposite direction of each other, the friction is what generates life energy. Number 2, they are not completely aware of the reason of the sprouting of seeds, growth in all living beings, spirals in nature, helical DNA, electricity, thunderstorm, cyclones, whirlpool, gravity, earthquakes, birth, death, rebirth, evolution and salvation, etc. is all because of this energy. Number 3, due to this friction between the earth and the core, the metal and stone keeps getting crushed in heat and is converted into boiling hot lava. And when this moon exits out of the earth's womb and settles into the cold sky, the boiling hot lava freezes on its surface. The bubbles of the same boiling hot lava harden and become dry craters. Number 4, Mercury also was a core of a previous Earth. Then it became the Moon and eventually Mercury. That is the reason why there are dry craters of boiling hot lava on Mercury. Similarly, religious people also believe that Brahma is the supreme, powerful, omnipresent soul. But what they do not know is that powerful soul is the hot moon sitting in the center of the earth, which essentially is maintaining the entire world with his powerful energy. Although they believe in the second coming or avatar, but they do not know that the soul of the avatar has been on our earth since last 77 years. They believe in heaven but don't know that it is the planet on the second orbit. Religious leaders and scientists do not know the fact about God and Mother Earth, who gives everything including birth, life and produces food for the body. However, they have established a well acceptable method of lying in order to run their fraudulent business. More so, their governments also gives them recognition for those systematic lies. The public also follows that well-established system in school, colleges and universities, etc. By using the same systematic, mysterious lie as a tool, these leaders remain successful in hiding the truth about Mother Earth for 50 to 100 years. The public blindly supports lies, so there is no breaking out of the chain. Just think of it like this. All the powerful leaders in the field of religions, science, etc. hide this reality about Mother Earth from the public and keep them deluded by teaching falsehoods of 100 years old stone era information. They don't want to tell the truth about the Karta, which is God, and Dharta, which is Mother Earth. Due to lack of knowledge of these two and the fact that these are the foundation of the world, the public continue to support ignorance. And because of this, fame, value, reputation, prosperity, joy, and leadership of these leaders are maintained. The leaders fully enjoy their royal life, while because of their greed, the common people face many problems every day. Sadly, ignorance is very powerful in this world. The people of this world can land their vehicle on Mars, but they do not know that this Mars is about to become the new Earth. They can land their vehicle on the moon, but they do not know that this moon was the energy provider core. In other words, God of the earth before us. By matching the soil of the moon and the soil of the lava of volcano, they can see that both are similar. But they do not analyze that the moon was the core wrapped in boiling hot lava in the womb of the previous earth. They can launch a space station in space, but they do not realize that it is a terrible sin to leave Mother Earth and run away in space. If any of those leaders had welcomed this knowledge 50 years ago, everyone would have been happy here today. But by keeping the public astray, the falsified leadership of many leaders here remain intact. By not listening to all-knower guru and following ignorant ones, and by following false religions and ignorant books, the people of the earth remain ill-minded. Ill minds always remain tense and restless. Greed, fights, quarrels, wars, and countless calamities are the result of ill minds. This is why before the Pralay, Mother Earth destroys the lies of ignorant scriptures and ignorant science, which is the root cause of diseased human minds, and then fills people's mind with the truth and thus makes them healthy. At the time of Pralay, people with ill minds die and people with healthy minds survive. Or to put it simply, people who do the right thing go to Devlok with Mother Earth, and those who do wrong things stay behind. Or it can be said that those who believe in Mother Earth attain salvation, and those who believe in false religions start from a new primitive life on the coming new earth with new religions and new problems. That means those who do the right thing are blessed, whereas stubborn, arrogant, and fools are not blessed. Many big businesses of religions and sciences are running on the foundation of falsehood. Just as scientists do not know anything about the amazing secrets being created by the core of the earth and earth itself, in the same way the preachers of religions also do not know anything about the secret being created by God and Mother Earth. Neither of them has even 0.001% knowledge about the eternal knowledge of God and Mother Earth. Now, you would be asking, if they do not know even 0.001% reality about God, then why does the crowd of thousands of millions go to listen to them? How do they become so famous? How do false business flourish so much? How come those who do not know anything about the truth yet claim to be the knowers of truth and are able to gather so many followers? Some shameless businessmen of big cults here are promising their followers even moksha after the death, while they have no idea that moksha is going to the second orbit. Many people here declare themselves to be God. Then their businesses flourish even at a faster pace. Religions are formed here in the name of God, and big deceits happen in the name of religion. By promising them to fulfill their need, greed, and moksha, the leaders run a huge business of religious conversion and are engaged in the work of expansion of their empire. The vision and aim of these leaders is to grab the powerful chair of governance. The world is suffering from this terrible disease of ignorance and religion. Before the pralay, to remove this disease by revealing the truth about the earth is called establishment of Satya Sanatan. Deceived people in the name of God and moksha are terribly misguided, brainwashed, and they all remain trapped in the web of falsehood. Falsehood and ignorance are terrible disease in the body of Mother Earth. They are the root cause of all kinds of problems and sorrows. Ordinary people don't even realize how much suffering they are facing and how restless they are just because of following the falsehood. Many calamities are only due to their following of false religions. Holding onto a falsehood is a horrendously destructive psychopath. That's why it is necessary to end this mental illness before the pralay, but no one on this planet has the cure for this epidemic of religious madness. This is when curiosity evokes in minds of people, and learning about how this knowledge comes from outer world makes this news of pralay even more interesting. Now this event is about to take place. That is why it is very important for you to know what will happen to you after that. Many people think that whatever will happen to everyone will happen to me too. No. It's not like that at all. Everyone's future will be different. Forget about the life difference in heaven and hell. Everyone's luck is different on this very earth. As you can see, a king is enjoying sitting on a royal throne, while another person, another poor man, is massaging his feet. Someone is a millionaire, whereas others don't even have money to buy a one-time meal. All this is the outcome of the own decision taken at the time of the event. That's why whatever decision a person will take, that will be his fate. Whatever decision you take, that will be your future. At the time of pralay, your future will be in your hands. Therefore, never blame God for any pain or suffering in your life. For that, first you have to learn what will happen to this earth after the pralay. Because you live on this earth and you have been consuming the food produced by her. Though like a fetus. You are in her body. And in reality, you are a part of this mother's body. Whatever the miracle will happen to this Mother Earth will happen to you also. If you remain a follower of ignorant or false contractors of moksha, who don't even know that moksha is indeed the second orbit, then you will be deprived of the wonderful miracle of this Mother Earth. It is up to you whether to stick with the leaders of ignorant religions or go with the change of Mother Earth. Follow the destructive religion or follow the Satya Sanatan. Now, all the houses of lies are going to burn to ashes. God is making it clear to everyone that the house where you are sleeping is going to be set on fire, and also telling why, how the fire will start, and what you should do at that time for your own good. Get out of the clutches of any religion, book, priest, cleric, guru, or contractor of moksha. Learn the reality of mother's planning and consider the person who is telling this reality as a guru or a teacher. If you want your children and loved ones to have a good future, then to make their mind healthy, ask them to learn the right thing from the right teacher. Enlighten all your near and dear ones, as well as encourage them to learn about the law of Mother Earth. Those who will remain the followers of their ignorant preachers will never understand this clear message of Mother Earth even after reading and watching its videos. Because ignorance and knowledge cannot stay in one mind. Lie and truth both cannot live in the same container. The innocent minds of humankind can either be filled with rubbish or truth. With truth, the mind develops, expands, and becomes vast, whereas with false, it becomes narrow and shrinks down to tiny. Now, these places made of lies are going to be destroyed. If you are thinking or planning to leave the house only when the fire sparks will be seen, that also is fine. But then you will be deprived of serving your Mother Earth. You will have missed the opportunity of awakening the sleeping children of the Mother. In fact, sparks have already started. The climate change, global warming, earthquakes, and imbalanced weather, etc. are all sparks that are warning signs for the big explosion. Sadly, these selfish big business people with greed in their minds are not allowing this reality of Mother Earth to be exposed to the public. Because the moment this truth about Mother Earth is exposed, the business structure made of falsehood will end. All political leaders glory of walking on the red carpet in 5-star hotels by gathering every year in the name of climate change will end. The royal life of religious leaders will also end, when their secrets will get exposed in this very life while they are alive. My personal message to these leaders would be, quote, "You leaders of religion and sciences should not have kept this truth about Mother Earth hidden for decades. The public makes you their guru or leader only in the hope that you would take the right decision at the right time so that no unnecessary calamity befall on them. It was your duty to tell the truth. Instead of fulfilling the public's expectations, you remain concerned in securing your own powerful thrones. I don't blame the public because they had trusted you and you kept them astray. Unquote. In this world where all religious scriptures are full of confusion, all preachers and guides are full of lies, for a common man it is not easy to understand the truth. All these high-ranking, powerful people, including His Holiness, His Highness, His Excellency, Sri Sri Maharaj Ji, Sri Sadguru Ji, Sadguru Ji Maharaj, 1008 Brahmaveta Ji, Honorable President, Honorable Prime Minister, Reverend Bishop, Reverend Rabbi, respected Imam, respected Vicar, and so on. Mother Nature told them several times about this change. If then they did not understand, it's okay. But now it is their duty to declare it clearly that, saying, quote, "My followers, I could not understand this news for the last 36 years. That's why I kept ignoring it. A great intelligent soul is on our earth. That soul is still living in a living human body. She explained that there is a very hot moon in the center of this earth which is ready to exit and settle in the cold sky. Now this earth is going to move closer to the sun and a new earth is ready to come at this place. Pralaya is about to happen. That's why before the Pralaya, you learn about this Mother Earth. Follow the Guru who knows this secret and knows thousands of wonderful things about your mother. Now quit fighting and quarreling and the malice, greed, lies and misleading your mind and fill it with truth about your Mother Earth. The words of Mother Earth are too good and very beneficial. This knowledge is vast. That's why a mind filled with garbage is not suitable for it. That's why now you show yourself to be a good child of this mother. Then your future will be good. Unquote. This is called taking the right decision at the right time. Although till this day I have noticed that no one leaves his or her powerful throne. No matter how many notices you give of the fire being too close to their house, how many knowledge you give, how many proofs you provide of the start of sparks, or even when the fire has started appearing in the house, these leaders do not leave the throne. The intoxication of the throne of these leaders is very powerful, which will drown their followers and supporters along with them. But today they have an opportunity. This type of opportunity comes once in an era. Only intelligent and good people can understand it. If they tell this truth to the public, their name will be glorified in history. If they don't tell, then Mother Earth will definitely tell. And also remember that this Mother Earth is million times more powerful than any powerful leader. This mother can demolish United Nations like strong building in just 30 seconds. You have seen earthquake in Turkey, the tsunami in Japan, earthquakes of Haiti and Sichuan in China, and other countless proofs that there is no leader as powerful as this mother. In the same way, this God in the center of this mother is also extremely powerful. That's why I humbly request all the leaders to be humble, be good, make a good history for our new generation of the coming earth. I have heard that something similar had happened on the previous earth before the pralay. The end of the flourishing businesses of false religions were clearly understood before the pralay. The public knew that all those leaders had kept them astray for decades by telling lies. Those leaders had no connection with God. They were all hypocrites. They were eloquent and exploiting innocent people by brainwashing, misleading them to gain wealth, honor, fame, and a luxurious life. They used to abuse followers in every way. In the beginning, those innocent followers were claiming themselves to be followers of the right religion, right preacher, right guru, right path, right religious book, and right religious place. But when it didn't meet their expectations, and other religious converters saw an opportunity to convert them into their own religion or cult. Many organizations of other religions were engaged in the work of converting by promising them heaven, moksha, and a better and problem-free life. For conversion, they used to cheat, do magic tricks, give delicious food, use DC electric current telling it to be a powerful touch of God, used to promise 72 hoods in heaven with alcohol, opium, and bliss. They were converting with the power of anything, including money and weapons. And through the power of temptation, they were engaged in grabbing other religions' daughters and their wealth. Their intention was to grab more wealth and rule in more and more land. They knew the weakness of man's greedy mind and used to control them by catching the vein of their greed. There was an orgy of religions going on all over the earth. All the leaders had innumerable followers and everyone's empire was increasing by the law of vote bank. All those people kept this truth of their mother earth suppressed for decades. But as soon as the flame of climate change were clearly visible on their land, everyone came to know that those flames were meant to destroy those hypocrites, pretenders, and thug leaders. Since the flame were moving forward so fast, then those leaders failed to suppress this truth. Then the thrones of the contractors of their religions were shaken. There was a commotion. After that, a very strange incident took place there which shook the soul, and I'm afraid to even talk about that. I never had courage to talk about that soul-stirring incident. But it is said that intelligent people understood and came to know that the doom of all religions, contractors, and scriptures is confirmed. Because in the houses where those followers were peacefully doing meditation, chanting, yoga, sadhana, namaz, and prayers according to the so-called ancient method, in the misconception that by doing all that their house is safe and after death they will get heaven. But when sparks and flames were clearly visible in those houses, instead of meditation and prayer, there was a terrible chaos. followers have seen that these contractors of heaven and those religious books have never told us that there is going to be such devastating climate change, fire. That world was shaken. Everyone was amazed to know about the secrets of the hot moon which was in the womb of their earth. Their real God had gone there, told everything, and now the very hot moon is ready to exit from the center of their mother earth. Now, since the same energy was the source of all life energy, and now when it would no longer be there, there will be no electricity. Then what would happen to those thousands of things like computers, cell phones, airplanes, satellites, etc.? Without life, trees and plants wouldn't grow. And how would the hearts of all living beings pump without the energy? And when scientists finally understood that the spiraling energy emanating from the hot moon itself pulled the DNA of all our bodies and attached them with the body of fast moving Mother Earth. But they wondered, now that this magnet ball would no longer be there, then will our bodies be hurled into space? Scientists were also stunned to realize the unimaginable greatest signs of God. The whole world was shocked to hear this news. They wondered, quote, what to do now, unquote. That incarnation of God, or the Christ who was there from Devalok, had died. Because she was more than 77 years old and was very unhappy on that earth because of the shocking behavior of the people. That is why she wanted to go to her home, Devalok. But the good thing was, even after suffering 77 years of humiliation and prison-like torture, she told this truth to a few people like me. She explained that when the hot moon from the center of the earth will exit and go into the cold sky, there will be no electricity on earth. There will be huge earthquakes and several natural upheaval all around. She warned that people should know just what to do at that time. All the intelligent people have understood that anything that the woman who came from the other world called heaven had told, it was all 100% true. And so, while watching the sparks turn into flames, some good people decided to do good work in the midst of all that chaos. They decided to burn those books and break free from the leaders of ignorant, deviating religions, all of which had kept them astray throughout decades, and because of which the public had suffered so much. They now wanted to finish them before leaving the world. Similarly, now all those ignorant leaders and ignorant books should not mislead the coming generation of the coming earth, and the coming generation should not go through these troubles due to those books and leaders. Along with the scriptures of all religions, they decided to turn them into asses who had made the public suffer for their enjoyment, luxuries, pleasure, fame, and immense wealth. They kept people astray for half a century because those good people wanted to do the good deed within that little time so that the evil would come to an end before the death of this body. All the evil must completely turn into ashes. All those followers saw the scriptures of all religions and all ignorant thug leaders being consumed by that fire before the great event. Mother Nature also showed a very strange scene to her children before the event. This wonderful scenery is also seen only once in an era. Enjoy watching it and be happy to know that this Mother Earth is really extremely powerful. And this God also is extremely powerful. Before the apocalypse, all the false books and the contractors of salvation of all religions were burnt and turned into ashes. Thereafter, the Satya Sanatan was established. The knowledge of Pralay or apocalypse is so powerful that it shakes all the planets of the solar system and even the whole universe. This knowledge is million times more powerful than the knowledge of any scriptures of any religion, and it is million times more powerful than the manpower and power of wealth of any millionaire, billionaire guru. This knowledge eliminates the arrogance of fools, idiots, thugs, egoists, and shatters them into pieces. This wisdom reveals the acts of the hypocrites and pretenders and makes them exposed. It separates milk from water and makes everything clear. The history of the scriptures may be true or not, but this knowledge shows the living human being with their own eyes that God really does exist. This scene also comes only once in a cycle of time. If you are alive at this time and are witnessing it, that is, watching this scene, then consider yourself blessed. This powerful knowledge annihilates ignorance and hypocrites just before the pralay. This is a very thrilling moment in each of the planets. In this pralay, all the living beings of planet Earth die for a time being. Not a single living being can survive, neither in sea nor in the air, nor on the land, because no man can go Devlok with this body. This body is neither made to live inside the sea nor to live inside the ice. This body is neither made to live on Mars nor on Venus. This present body of ours is made only to live in the temperature of and density of this earth's surface. But now that this earth is going further towards the sun, then all the bodies alive will have to die. The bodies meant to survive on earth are not made for the temperature of 850 degrees Fahrenheit as it gets closer to the sun. However, there are two options. Both the options are available for those who want to take it. The first, to follow the rules of Mother Nature and thus get a divine body that will survive in 850 degrees Fahrenheit temperature. And second, to live in the same 57 degree Fahrenheit temperature of the coming new earth. But listen and understand one important thing carefully, that even to live in that 57 degree Fahrenheit temperature of the coming new earth, you will have to die. That's why keep in mind that no matter which option you choose, in both you will have to die, because death is the law of the cycle of creation. No one can avoid it. The difference is that those who believe in this Mother Earth will go to Devlok with this mother, and whereas those who believe in scriptures of religions will be reborn on the new earth with new scriptures of new religions. But remember, the scriptures and leaders of religions will keep you entangled and confused in the coming new earth as well. They confuse you so badly that you will feel as if you are the special, but you will be left of no use. Disasters will happen there as well as they happened here. That's why apocalypse has to happen to destroy unrighteousness, and everyone has to die in this pralay. No one can avoid this law of Mother Earth. Even those who are thinking of running into space or going to Mars will not be able to survive. Now you can see the science of God is very transparent. I am a man of God. I speak the truth. I am telling the truth that I have contact with the soul of God. Not only the earthlings, but all the living beings on Mars, Jupiter and Saturn also die because they all have to take a new body in a higher temperature of the next orbit closer to the Sun. Moreover, the creatures of the other planets also die because this law of change is applicable to everyone in the solar system. But the people of Devlok happily accept this law of their mother because they love their mother very much and obey her law. You will not be able to see this beautiful scene of the planets going towards the sun because you all must have to be gone in a deep sleep. This mother will make everyone unconscious, but you can understand it very well while you are alive because this compassionate mother has fully developed your brain to understand it. Ongoing earthquakes erupting on earth, global warming and climate change, and the recent discovery of Professor Song of Peking University in China that the Earth's core has stopped moving, rotating. These are all the unprecedented natural signs of the proof of this event. With these proofs, before getting unconscious or before death, you can easily understand this wonderful pastime of your God. And you can understand that the God whom you believed in, worshipped, came here. With this true news, your mind will develop further. Then, if you follow the right path, and then you will get salvation and you will reach the right destination. But the moment pralay is completed, then take it like a man waking up from deep sleep. But he will find himself in a miraculous city. The structure of that city is different. The colors are different and the minds of people are completely different. The soul of heaven with whom I am in contact has told me so many amazing things about that city, including the perfect love, perfect wisdom, perfect science, and the perfect and divine bodies of all souls. The evil that exists here do not exist there, and the good things that exist there do not exist here. That is the final destination of evolution, so obviously it has to be amazing, because if a primitive cave dweller man of 2000 years back is today driving a Tesla car with Wi-Fi smartphone, the future has to be far better than what it is today. That's why there is absolute joy after this pralay. only if you listen to the mother. So don't be afraid of the event, because it is good news at a time of celebration. Welcome it and embrace it. Live a good life. Stay away from fights. Stay away from anger. Fill this knowledge in the closed minds of your loved ones. Teach your children the right thing and make them great. Become educated. Make your family educated. Make your nation educated and live among educated people. Stay away from worry. Stay away from thugs. Stay away from hypocrites. The era is changing. Walk with nature. Salute this Mother Earth again and again and thank her every time before eating your food. At the time of the event, man acquires unprecedented achievements like making a space station, landing on Mars. However, this achievement of science is not an achievement, but it is a dangerous ignorance that can take its followers to hell. The purpose of human birth is salvation. Pralay is the auspicious time to achieve salvation. For salvation, man has to learn a lot about journey of this Mother Earth by renouncing ignorance, science and ignorant religions, and then walk with Mother's law known as the time. One who walks with time will attain divinity. One who will go with foolish religions and misleading science to run away from time will attain evil. You know on which path you are. You know whether you are following the path of religious scriptures or the path of Mother Earth. The path on which you are, its destination is your future. Now you must have got the clear idea about your own future. The soul of Devlok with whom I am in contact also went from the human world to the divinity by following the law of time with her Mother Earth. She went through Homo sapiens to the world of divine gods. After going to Devlok, that soul had become omniscient and full of all virtues. She remembers everything that her mother planet completed 71.8 rounds around the sun in the orbit of Saturn. Then she came into the orbit of Jupiter, where she completed 175 rounds. Then she came into the orbit of Mars and completed 1050 rounds of the sun. Then she came to the orbit of humans and here also completed 2000 plus rounds. Then before the apocalypse, the soul of God from Devlok went to that earth and took birth in the human body and said to the people, quote, I am your savior. I am the soul of your God. Be careful, neither go to Mars nor go to space. Don't get deceived by any foolish religion and don't remain in the net of any contractor of salvation. Know your mother who gave you birth. Learn all the facts about her, all the things that she has done for you, except death. Go to Devlok with your mother and enjoy the fruit of your hard travel. Learn the law of Mother Nature, that is time. If you are walking with natural time, then you will become God, and from there, without any telescope, you will be able to see the people roaming on the new earth. All of you will be watching from Devlok as to what is happening on the new earth. you will get all the knowledge that how this Mother Earth of yours brought you there after traveling millions of miles from the place of Pluto. You will know what happened to you during this journey. How were you in Saturn's orbit? How were you in the orbit of Mars? And how were you in the orbit of Earth? How many bodies did you change during this journey? And how did you evolve and reach the Devalok? You will also become Trikaldarshi and will become an expert in time travel, just the way you take a flight from Delhi to New York. This achievement of salvation is called the divine bliss. But you have to decide your future while you are alive before the event. Most people assume Pralaya to be the end of the world. In reality, it is not the end, but the beginning of enjoying the fruit of the hard travel. This is a wonderful morning of the day of ultimate happiness. It is not the end, because in this universe there is no such thing as the end. There is only change, and that is all. Change is constant and is always for improvement. To what you refer, the end is actually the beginning of a new miracle. There is no such thing called an end. Rather, it is a beautiful change. A new day can only begin after the end of a night. Spring can begin only after the end of fall. Death is the door to a better change, and evolution happens only through the process of change. The change happens here every moment of every day. Yes, it is certain that with this change all evil comes to an end, and that too should happen. Truth can be established only after the end of false religions. The agents of God, the contractors of salvation, these miscreants, swindlers, and deceivers must be terminated. Pralaya is a period in the creation cycle in which this Mother Earth takes her children away from all evil and places them to their destination. Some people call this destination moksha, while others know it by names like Vaikuntha, Devalok, freedom from the bondage of birth and death, heaven, Jannat, etc. Some people call it Sayujya Mukti, Sanidhya Mukti, freedom from sorrows or freedom from birth and death. Mukti, Moksha, etc. are among so many names with the same meaning. To achieve this, one has to study this true knowledge about their own mother. And to pass the test of truth, one has to go through a special law of nature. But unfortunately, the leaders of most of the religions here are misleading their followers that they will attain moksha only if they follow their false method, otherwise not. This is the biggest madness here on earth. And Mother Earth exposes this madness. After that, she gives everyone an opportunity to decide their own future. That's why this knowledge of Pralaya proves whether or not to take salvation is now in the own hands of every human being. Nothing is hidden here. Everything is clear here. God, incarnation, soul, Devalok, human world, heaven, hell, salvation, etc. All these truths are true. All these things are true. There is nothing imaginary. This is a beautiful science of God which appears shortly before the event. But You have to decide your future yourself. Instead of pralay, I call it a transformation or change. However, most people do not understand transformation or change. That is why they know it by the name of pralay or apocalypse. Whenever I say that pralay is about to come, the first question most people ask is when? If pralay really going to happen, then when will it happen? The answer is simple. The answer is when Ram Rajya will come on earth. When the people of the earth will rejoice and dance in joy. People can rejoice only when they do the right thing, and they will do the right thing only when they have the right knowledge. They can have the right knowledge only if they listen to the right guru. In order to have the right guru, they will have to leave an ignorant guru. True Sanatan Dharma cannot be established in their minds without leaving an ignorant philosophy. People have to accept their mother for the establishment of Satya Sanatan Dharma in their minds. They will have to accept the real father. That means they will have to learn about the journey of Mother Earth, etc., along with the glory of a mighty powerful father. After learning, they should understand that their God, whether they call him Shiva or call him Durga, Lakshmi, Allah, Christ, Krishna, Mother Mary, Vishnu, or by any other names, she came to this earth. Their worship, prayer, faith, belief, etc., all proved to be true. The belief was that God comes to this earth, and he did. He left after telling everything that this world is a miracle of the same powerful soul. People who want their good should know that now there is a little time left to become a good human being by quitting fight, quarrels, and mischief. As soon as Ram Rajya comes, everyone will come to know about God. Once humanity will come on the earth for a short period of time, then immediately the event will take place. So far, Ram Rajya has not come. Till now, only misleading evils are controlling the governance system of this earth. Till now, the good days of people have not come because till now people do not yet know the reality of the Mother Earth. Why don't they know? That too I will answer. Now, to answer this, I will have to follow the strict policy of Ram, which states, Bhaya bin hoy na priti. Though I give a great importance to humility, and I consider humility as my ornament. However, 36 years of humility didn't yield any result because I assume people think that maybe this man is wrong or doesn't have full confidence in his teachings. Now, I myself have heard too many praises from people for how great their cult's teacher is and how great they are. Now, let me also speak clearly. There are problems in the world because no responsible person here is fulfilling his duty and responsibility. All these people in high position are very selfish and are saying, quote, the world may turn into hell. Who cares? I want money, unquote. These people are getting fat by consuming the food given by their mother, but remaining being ungrateful to her every moment of every day. These people have become very selfish and shameless. Whether it be a guru or dharmacharya, pope, pastor, Maulvi, Imam, Lama, Rabbi, leader, politician, rich businessman, president, prime minister, research professor, or leader of United Nations, USGS, climate change, cinema world, business world, or the media world. They all have become ungrateful to their mother. They are concerned only about maintaining the joy of their powerful throne with their G plus security, expensive cars, luxurious houses, servants, followers, big fame, and endless luxuries. They are endlessly enjoying life. All they see is money. My job is to tell them that such an event is going to happen in the future, near future. The rest is their duty to take care of their people through this truth. There is nothing else I can do. The only thing I can do is to pass on the message of Mother Earth. I am not a president or prime minister of a nation. Otherwise, I would have banned all false books of all religions in my country, in my nation. Instead, would have taught all there is to know about the planning of earth. And I would have brought my people back to their original religion of their ancestors, known as the Satya Sanatan Dharma, or the eternal and ultimate truth. Thus, I would have brought happiness in the faces of my people. By teaching this truth, the existence of all false books would automatically get eliminated. I am not even a famous guru. Otherwise, I would have told all my followers that the soul of God who runs the universe has come to this earth from Devlok. Now, fasten up your seat belt and learn about Mother Earth. Do the right thing at the right time and do good to yourself. I am not even a leader of the media. Otherwise, I would have propagated the truth in such a way that lies would have disappeared from the earth and a ray of hope would have risen in the lives of 8 billion people of the earth. I am not even an education minister. Otherwise, true education would have filled students with truth and the existence of false curriculum would have ended and students would have become decent humans. They would have become a patriot to the nation and a good child to the mother. I am not even a scientist. Otherwise, I would have told people about the hot moon which is ready to exit from the womb of Earth Mother and ready to settle in the cold sky. Departure of this earth to the orbit of heaven. Arrival of a new earth at this place with a complete explanation. I would have established the truth by removing the misconceptions in all religions and would have made the people of the earth happy and at peace. I am just a simple person and I know I am indebted to this mother. That is why by dedicating my life to this mother, I try to tell as many people as possible that a big change is about to come. Everything is going to become new, such as new Mercury, new heaven, new moon, new earth, new Mars, etc. I would have taught all the secrets of the universe and told that for your own good to accept Mother Earth as your mother. She has given you this body, and if you listen to this mother, everything will be fine with you. I have given answers to thousands of questions from the origin of the solar system to the great change. Now, here are my questions. What is the purpose of these big parliaments, Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, research institutes, NASA, ISRO, USGS, temples, mosques, gurudwaras, churches, synagogues, courts, schools, colleges, universities, research centers, United Nations building, etc. For what do they exist? You can go in Google search and see how many people work there and how much money is being spent on them annually. Are they all made to stand against Mother Earth? Are all these made to support stupidity and ignorance? Does none of them worry about what is going to happen in the next 10 years? And what preparation should be made for that? Should 8 billion people of the world remain ignorant about their mother while eating food produced by her? Was it right to keep the God hidden from public? Was it right to keep the God hidden whom people of all religions worship? Shouldn't the injustice done to God be exposed? Shouldn't the perpetrators of injustice done to Mother Earth be exposed? What was the reason for being ungrateful to this mother after consuming the food given by her? Who is responsible for the atrocities done by the children to the mother? Shouldn't it all end? We have heard the word namak haram. That means to remain ungrateful to the giver. But these people full of corruption have become food haram, clothes haram, house haram, and even their body haram to the one who has provided all these things and much more. Ignorance, lies, injustice, and unrighteousness must be destroyed along with the end of these people who betrayed their own mother. Change has to come. There must be annihilation of all books of unrighteousness and people who use those books as a tool for their royal living. There must be an end to the extreme greed, and it will surely happen. And it will happen soon. If you don't believe it, then ask your scientists to investigate it thoroughly and tell if it is true. If any scientist among them is intelligent and honest, they will tell that none but only God can reveal all these true facts. By the way, there is no need to ask even any scientists. Any intelligent and clear-minded person can easily understand this. You too can understand it easily that the pralay is near. Make your own luck. Choose your path today. If you want to do something good for your mother, then this is the opportunity. I have made my humble request to the United Nations and prominent leaders of many nations and religions several times, although they never respond. But I will continue to tell them about this information for the welfare of their people and the people of the world, that their God came here to this earth and now the event is about to take place. But these small-minded people of the world, filled with unrighteousness, are not able to understand that this is the message of their own God. This is the message of their own Jesus to the Christians. The message of their own Krishna or Shiva to the Hindus, etc. Whoever believes in whichever God, this is the message of that very God to them. This earth is one. The soul of God is one. That's why religion is also one. This is called Satya Sanatan Dharma because it is true as well as the eternal and ultimate. After its establishment on earth, a complete change takes place. It was not established by me, but by your own God. I am a simple person like you. I am nothing, and this is not my message. Yes, it is true that your God has passed it to you through me. After all, someone had to be made a medium. I am neither a cave hermit saint nor a millionaire guru like the Pope. You don't have to give any importance to me, but instead understand the message of your God. This is the real message from your real God. This is your God's gift to you. In this changing world, there can be no better gift than this. Accept your God's gift and make your life successful.